Ladies and gentlemen, as we journey through life, one truth remains constant: the power of human connection. In our younger years, relationships often form around work, the parenting, and social circles. But as we grow older, the dynamics shift. Friends move away, families get busy, and sometimes loneliness creeps in quietly. Yet, this phase of life, rich with wisdom, patience, and perspective, holds a beautiful opportunity: the chance to deepen relationships that truly matter and build new ones that uplift us. Growing older does not mean growing apart from life. It means leaning deeper into it, especially through the people who walk beside us. Relationships in old age aren't just comforting. They are essential for our emotional well-being, mental clarity, and even physical health. Let's explore 5 key principles that help us build and nurture strong, meaningful relationships in our golden years. Before we begin, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any update now. Let's get started. Number 1, stay open to new connections. Staying open to new connections in old age is one of the most life-affirming decisions a person can make. As we grow older, it's easy to feel like the circle of our relationships is closing in. Children become busy with their own lives, old friends may move away or pass on, and familiar routines can become solitary. But the truth is, no matter our age, we are still capable of building meaningful, enriching relationships. The heart does not age the way the body does. It still longs for companionship, laughter, and a sense of belonging. And it can still find all of those things, as long as we remain open to them. New connections don't always require dramatic changes or elaborate efforts. They often begin with something as simple as a smile to a stranger, a shared laugh in a waiting room, or a kind word during a walk in the park. These small interactions can spark friendships that become deeply significant over time. It's about being present and approachable, even when the temptation might be to retreat into the comfort of routine or familiarity. Saying yes to a community event, attending a class or lecture, or joining a group that aligns with your interests can be powerful steps. It might feel awkward or uncertain at first, and that's completely normal. But every effort to reach out is a seed planted. Not every seed becomes a towering tree, but some will blossom in beautiful and unexpected ways. A common barrier in old age is the fear of vulnerability. We've lived through loss, disappointment, and perhaps even betrayal. These experiences can make us hesitant to trust again or put ourselves out there. But carrying those walls into our later years only serves to isolate us further. We must learn to make peace with our past and give ourselves permission to try again. Every person is unique, and not everyone will become a lifelong friend. But the potential for joy, support, and companionship makes the risk worthwhile. Technology has also opened new doors. While it may feel unfamiliar or even overwhelming at first, learning to use tools like video calls, social apps, or online communities can broaden your social circle significantly. There are online groups specifically for seniors, interest-based communities, and virtual gatherings that offer a space to connect with others who share your passions or outlook. A simple message in a group chat can lead to regular conversations, laughter, and even deep bonds. Another key to staying open is curiosity. Approach others with a sense of wonder. Every person you meet has a story, a journey, and lessons to share. Ask questions, listen actively, and share your own experiences. Relationships grow when we show genuine interest in others and allow them to see who we are in return. Don't underestimate your value, your wisdom, your humor, your resilience. All of it is deeply enriching to others. People of all ages appreciate sincerity and kindness, and those qualities have no expiration date. In the end, building new connections is not just about avoiding loneliness. It's about thriving. It's about keeping your spirit engaged, your heart fulfilled, and your days full of purpose. The people you meet bring unexpected joy, offer support in tough times, or simply make your mornings brighter. Life continues to unfold, even in later years, and staying open allows you to experience its beauty in new ways. You are never too old to make a new friend, learn from someone else, or be part of a meaningful bond. Keep your heart open. The best connection of your life may still be ahead of you. Number 2, reconnect with old friends and family. As we move through the years, it's natural for relationships to shift. People we were once close to may drift away due to time, distance, or changing circumstances. Life gets busy. Careers, raising children, health challenges. And without even realizing it, we lose touch with old friends and family members who once held a special place in our hearts. But growing older offers a powerful opportunity to look back and reach out. Reconnecting with those from our past can bring a renewed sense of belonging, comfort, and emotional healing. These are the people who knew us in different seasons of life. People who remember our laughter, our struggles, and who once stood beside us in moments that shaped who we are. Reaching out to reconnect doesn't require dramatic gestures. Sometimes, all it takes is a phone call, a message, or a letter. It might feel awkward at first, especially if the time apart has been long. You may worry about what to say or whether they'll even respond. But most of the time, people are happy, even relieved, to hear from someone they once cared about. Often, they've thought of reaching out too, but weren't sure how or feared it was too late. Taking the first step can reopen doors to conversations and memories that bring deep emotional satisfaction. Reconnection also provides a sense of continuity, a reminder of who we were and how far we've come. Revisiting shared experiences can bring joy and laughter, and even provide healing from unresolved understandings or lingering regrets. With age often comes clarity and emotional maturity. We see the past with softer eyes, and we're more willing to let go of pride or hurt. Rekindling old ties can be a chance to say the things we never said, to offer forgiveness or ask for it, and to create a new chapter in a relationship that once mattered deeply. Family connections, in particular, carry unique emotional weight. Sometimes relationships with siblings, cousins, or even children can become strained over the years. But the later stages of life are a precious time to make amends and strengthen those bonds. Family members share not just blood but history. They understand where you came from in a way no one else can. Even a simple conversation with a family member can bring a profound sense of grounding, reminding you that you are part of something bigger. A shared lineage, a collective memory. In some cases, reconnecting can be bittersweet. You may discover that someone you hope to reach is no longer alive, or no longer able to respond. But even then, the act of trying to reconnect, of writing that letter, revisiting old photos, or speaking your thoughts out loud, can bring emotional closure and peace. It allows you to honor the relationship and carry its lessons with you. Reconnecting also creates opportunities to build bridges between generations. Grandchildren and younger relatives often long for connection but may not know how to start. Taking the initiative to share stories, express interest in their lives, or simply spend together can build powerful bonds. These relationships bring joy not just to the younger ones, but to us as well, giving us purpose, relevance, and the chance to pass on our wisdom. Ultimately, reaching back is an act of courage and love. It says, "You mattered to me, and you still do." In a world that often moves too fast, choosing to reconnect is a beautiful way to slow down and cherish what truly matters. The people who helped shape our journey. No matter how much time has passed, the door to reconnection is rarely closed completely. All it takes is a little willingness, a little vulnerability, and the belief that relationships, even after years apart, can bloom once more. Number 3, prioritize quality over quantity. In a world that often celebrates popularity, numbers, and large social circles, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more relationships automatically mean more happiness. But as we grow older, our perspective begins to shift. We realize that what truly matters is not how many people surround us, but how deeply we connect with them. Prioritizing quality over quantity in relationships becomes a guiding principle for emotional peace, genuine connection, and meaningful companionship in old age. It's not about how many people are on your contact list or how full your calendar is. It's about who really listens, who really understands, and who genuinely cares. In earlier stages of life, we often accumulate relationships through work, school, parenting, or social events. While many of those connections may have served a purpose, not all of them were built true understanding or emotional depth. As time passes, some of those relationships fade, and that's completely natural. Instead of mourning what's lost, it's an opportunity to evaluate who remains and, more importantly, who uplifts us. It becomes essential to focus on people who bring comfort, trust, and kindness into our lives. Those who make us feel seen, valued, and supported. One of the beautiful things about aging is the clarity it brings. We become better at recognizing who drains our energy and who enriches it. Quality relationships are the ones where you can be your true self without fear of judgment. These are the conversations that nourish your spirit, the moments that bring peace, and the companionship that feels effortless. Whether it's one close friend, a sibling, or a neighbor, the presence of just a few authentic people can make all the difference. Spending time and emotional energy on a small group of meaningful relationships also allows you to go deeper. You listen more attentively. You care more sincerely. You share more openly. This depth leads to stronger bonds that offer lasting emotional benefits. Loneliness is not simply the absence of people. It's the absence of meaningful connection. A person can be surrounded by many yet feel isolated, while someone with just one or two true companions can feel completely fulfilled. When you focus on quality, you also begin to invest more intentionally. You're more likely to check in regularly, offer support during hard times, and celebrate the joys of life together. This consistency builds a foundation of trust and loyalty. It also leads to mutual growth, where both people bring out the best in each other over time. Such relationships become a source of stability, especially during life's inevitable challenges. Letting go of superficial or toxic relationships is equally important. Sometimes we hold on to connections out of habit, obligation, or fear of being alone. But not all relationships deserve a place in your heart just because they've been there for a long time. If someone repeatedly brings negativity, criticism, or emotional strain into your life, it's okay, and often necessary, to create space. Protecting your peace becomes more important than pleasing everyone. Ultimately, prioritizing quality over quantity allows you to live with more intention and emotional freedom. You no longer seek validation from the crowd. You find contentment in the presence of those who truly matter. In this stage of life, you have the right to choose who you surround yourself with, to nurture the connections that make your life richer, and to let go of those that don't. Real friendship doesn't need to be loud or flashy. It just needs to be true. And sometimes, just one or two heartfelt connections are more than enough to carry you through life with meaning and joy. Number 4, share your wisdom and life stories. As we grow older, one of the greatest gifts we carry is the wealth of experiences we've gathered over the years. These experiences are not just memories. They are lessons, insights, and pieces of wisdom that can light the way for others. Sharing your life stories and the wisdom you've gained is a powerful way to connect, inspire, and build lasting relationships. It's not about preaching or lecturing. It's about opening your heart and allowing others to see the world through your eyes. To learn from your journey and find strength in your words. Every challenge you've faced, every joy you've celebrated, every mistake you've made, all of it matters. These moments, woven together, form a story that no one else can tell but you. When you share these stories, you allow others to not only understand you better, but also to reflect on their own lives in new ways. Younger generations, in particular, are often hungry for real-life guidance, even if they don't always express it openly. Your stories offer them a perspective that books and the internet simply cannot provide. You've lived through changes in society, culture, family, and technology. Your lived experience is history, and it holds value. Telling your stories can also bring you closer to people emotionally. When you share honestly, whether it's a tale of perseverance during hard times or a funny memory from your youth, you invite others into your world. That openness builds trust and intimacy. People feel honored when you share something personal, and in turn, they often open up themselves. What starts as a simple story can spark a deep and meaningful conversation. It's a way of saying, here's who I am, here's what I've been through, and offering others the freedom to do the same. Sharing your wisdom isn't about having all the answers. It's about being willing to reflect and connect. It might mean passing along a lesson you learned the hard way, explaining how you navigated a loss, or how you found courage during uncertainty. These reflections help others feel less alone in their struggles and more confident in their decisions. Sometimes, stage brings. All it takes is a few words from someone who's been there to shift someone's perspective, or give them the hope they need to keep going. The act of storytelling is also healing for you. Revisiting your past with the intention to share can help you make sense of it. Find peace with parts that were painful, and celebrate the victories you may have once overlooked. It's a way of honoring your life, recognizing how far you've come, and finding pride in your resilience. It can also help preserve your legacy. Those who hear your stories will carry a part of you with them, passing it along, keeping your memory and lessons alive. In today's fast-moving world, where attention is often divided and distractions are everywhere, taking the time to sit and share stories is a deeply human act. Whether it's around the dinner table, at a family gathering, in a community group, or even in a written letter, these moments create bonds that technology can't replace. And they remind people that wisdom comes from information alone. It comes from lived experience, from feeling, from surviving, from learning over time. You don't need to be a great speaker or a talented writer. You only need to be sincere. Your words, spoken from the heart, carry more power than you realize. You have something valuable to offer, and the world, especially those closest to you, will be better for hearing it. Your story matters. Your voice matters. And by sharing it, you enrich the lives of others and keep the spirit of connection alive. Number 5, be kind to yourself and others. As we grow older, kindness becomes more than just a nice gesture. It becomes a way of life, a healing force, and a bridge between hearts. Being kind to others is something we're often taught from a young age, but as the years pass, we begin to realize how equally important it is to extend that same kindness inward. Life isn't always easy. We've all faced regrets, losses, disappointments, and moments where we wished we had done things differently. But aging gives us the chance to soften those sharp edges, to look back not with bitterness, but with understanding. One of the most powerful things you can do for yourself in later life is to let go of self-blame and embrace self-compassion. Being kind to yourself starts with how you talk to yourself. The inner voice we carry often becomes critical, replaying past mistakes or questioning our worth as roles and routines shift with age. This stage brings. But it's important to remind yourself that you've done the best you could with the knowledge, resources, and strength you had at the time. You don't need to be perfect to be valuable. You've earned the right to rest, to reflect, and to move forward with grace. Give yourself credit for your resilience, your survival, and your continued ability to grow. Speak to yourself the way you would speak to a dear friend, with gentleness, forgiveness, and encouragement. But physical aging can also challenge our self-image. Society often places unrealistic standards on what aging should look like, leading many to feel invisible or inadequate. But true beauty lies not in smooth skin or fast steps. It lies in warmth, wisdom, and presence. Be kind to your body. Thank it for carrying you this far. Nourish it, move it gently, and listen to its needs without judgment. The goal is not to chase youth, but to honor the life you're still living. Kindness toward others remains just as essential. Everyone is carrying something: grief, memories, fears, or unspoken hopes. A kind word, a patient ear, or even a smile can be more impactful than we realize. With age often comes deeper empathy. We've experienced enough of life to understand that everyone has their struggles. Use that understanding to uplift others. Reach out to someone who may be lonely. Offer your time, your wisdom, or simply your presence. It doesn't take much to make someone feel seen and valued, and those small acts often come back to us in the most beautiful ways. Forgiveness is also a powerful form of kindness. Letting go of old grudges and resentments can free your heart. Holding on to anger may have felt like protection in the past, but over time it becomes a weight that holds you back from peace. Choosing to forgive, whether it's someone else or yourself, doesn't mean forgetting or excusing. It means choosing freedom over pain, growth over grudges. The older we get, the more we realize that peace is worth more than pride. Kindness, both inward and outward. It creates a gentle rhythm in your days. It calms anxiety, deepens relationships, and makes life feel more meaningful. It allows you to show up fully for yourself and for the people who matter most. It's not about grand gestures, often. It's in the quiet moments. Choosing to rest when you need it, listening with patience, or letting someone go ahead of you in line. That kindness leaves its mark. In the later chapters of life, kindness becomes a legacy. People may not remember all the things you said or did, but they'll remember how you made them feel. Let your kindness be what people carry with them. And most importantly, let it start with how you treat yourself. You are still growing, still learning, and still deserving of love and compassion. Be gentle with yourself. Be kind. There is strength in softness, and in that strength, you'll find peace. Old age is not the end of relationships. It's a powerful new beginning. It's a time to strengthen the bonds that uplift us, to share in love without the rush, and to make peace with ourselves and others. You are not alone in this chapter, and you don't have to be. Keep reaching up. Every handshake, every smile, Every heart-to-heart builds a bridge, and it's never too late to walk across it. You have more love to give, more stories to tell, and more connections to make. The journey of building strong relationships doesn't slow down with age. It becomes even more meaningful. God bless you.